Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we are with Edgeworth, as it seems, well, his car, his knife, a lot of things about his person or, in his property have been used as murder weapons or scenes, so that's not exactly good after we just defended him from going to jail. However, with Lana Skye pretty much the nailed-on defendant here, we probably don't have to worry so much about that, but we are looking for a possible fourth option of the chatting. So let's present some stuff, maybe, and see if that can make ourselves another dialogue option. So present Goodman's ID first of all. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Right, well that didn't work then. Well, probably shouldn't show that then, that's for sure. It's found at the scene, but, to me, I wouldn't expect anyone to leave it but the victim. I'm expecting this to be our victim, pretty much. Right, let's go down the line then. Prosecutor trophy. To be honest, we haven't checked out the knife, though. Is there anything really to spot on it, apart from the blood stain there? This would be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wilds. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Really? Now there's a scary thought. Right, is there anything else on this knife apart from the blood? Doesn't seem like there's any markings. Well, we could present that or continue down the line as we were doing. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. So it is broken. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. I think it's rather symbolic, to be honest. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Okay. Does that present us with the dialogue option then? Hunt 4 options of dialogue is basically part of the game. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? Indeed, it is. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Right, so a parking stub there has been added to the court record with a time on it. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, Mr. Wright? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence of the case against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not on this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you, sir. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekings, sir. Officer Meekings.
Right, Officer Meekings, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck.
Right.
Yes, sir?
Gah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks.
He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Well, that, yeah, definitely confirms the ID card thing. Anyway, let's check out the parking stub a quick bit. Using our small screen manipulation and realize that it's actually card-backed. It's not just paper.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light.
Indeed it does, I guess. Amber gamblers. Right then, so let's move on, I guess. 4 dialogue options achieved. Nothing else going along here, but I can't move to see the car either. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to check out the options. For some reason I clicked it going, is this one the picture? Has this one got a fuzzy picture? Because fuzzy pictures are new.
As we move to the police step. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, how about an autopsy report, you know?
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
Right then, well, we'll chat, sir, about the case.
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned a detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no! Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was fakes?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please, investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with this these days. Okay.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Why? Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? It doesn't really seem like he does anything too bad. I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before.
Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Sounds like a cover-up to me. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat, and the reason I say a cover-up is because before he said people are wary about the word faked and stuff around here. This is getting interesting. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself was directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Right then, but we want more information from you yet again. We asked, first of all, can we actually get in further from here? No, which means we're searching for more dialogue options yet again. So let's ask more about Goodman. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. We just saw the picture kind of come up in the top left a second ago, you know. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman. He's the victim! That's what I thought. Indeed, it was obvious. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? It seems like that opened up another conversation option. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been in the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is the chief prosecutor's guy called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. Okay then, more information, more! Right, so we've found out a fair bit. Let's ask about other things, shall we? Let's present them in order, see if we get anything. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumours. Alright then, so did that conversation option? No. We keep trying, this time with a knife. The murder weapon. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Is that a talkie option as well? A fourth conversation option has appeared. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond. A recap. And Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, his latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this one all for us. Okay then. But who can we talk to now? That's 4 conversation options found. Is there anything else to do? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, it's the same thing again. So basically anything Edgeworthy kind of brings forward the last dialogue option. So I could have put the last 2 up, really. But apart from that, we have nothing more to do. I guess we could examine the place a bit more. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, if you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Alright, and then the bearded badger. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the battery dies. Poor blue badger faded to dance until he drops. And we've added that to the court records, so there was something interesting indeed. And that seems to have triggered something. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? Mr. Marshall. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Oh, really? I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Okay then, so, not only has that been added to the court record there, I'm wondering what this bit is.
Hey, look here! It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
Maybe you should. Alright, so we found ourselves a little something there. Can we open this letter? It seems not the case, but look at the weird little 3D-ness that's coming into things as well. Allows Bear to investigate the crime scene. Well, with that said then, we move on. So I was wondering if we needed a 5th dialogue option there, but obviously not.
We just needed to search the scene. Make sure we check everything. Make sure we have everything. That's what the game wants us to do. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? And it sounds like it was Marshall. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Right, so it seems we've got ourselves some more talking that we can do here to Marshall. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. Cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
You mean this? So, not like checking though, we need to present it. So let's give ourselves a letter of introduction in.
Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate and ruin your accent?
Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog. He holding a birthday party or something? Look where it should say letter of introduction.
It says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? Well, your defense attorney. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess that bell let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. We like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land, indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, what'd you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. Hopefully in a bin. Right, so obviously we can now get to talking to Mr. Marshall and butchering his accent supremely. Join me next episode for that as we also look at the scene of the crime proper. Finally, actual evidence. Well, apart from, we got the murder weapon. But that's, neither here nor there. Bye-bye.